If you grew up as a minority in the United States, or Canada, or Europe, you carry a specific kind of intelligence, one that isn't taught in schools. It's earned through observation, through translation, through a lifelong process of building a bridge between worlds, while making sure you still have a home on both sides. Over time, your mind developed 5 unique traits that only minorities who grew up in the West would possess. These are hard-forged through hardship, through constant perseverance, through generations of navigating systems not built for you. Many people don't realize it yet, but these 5 superpowers are what made minorities so successful and so resilient. No matter where they go, no matter what happens. The first trait is metacognitive social radar. From a young age, your consciousness developed a permanent second layer. You don't just think. You think about how you're being perceived while you think. In a majority space, you are never just you. You are a representative, an ambassador, a data point. Your brain became a live feed dashboard monitoring your own tone, your word choice, your body language against an invisible standard. This isn't insecurity. This is high-stakes social environmental intelligence. The majority can afford a single-layer consciousness. You built a control tower because how you are perceived doesn't just affect you. It affects your entire community and everybody who looks like you. The third trait is inherent skepticism of dominant narratives. You were born with a built-in fact-checker. When history lessons, news media, or pop culture presented a unified story, your lived experience provided the counter footnote. You learned early that the official version often has gaps, and your people are the ones who fell through those gaps. This doesn't make you cynical. It makes you an epistemological realist, a fact-checker of knowledge, an assumption challenger. You understand that truth is often a matter of perspective, and power dictates the microphone. Where the majority might accept the broadcast, you are always scanning for the subtext. You don't believe in single stories, because you learned the hard way. Taking things at surface level often led to drastic consequences. Trait 4. Hyper-developed loyalty calculus. Your relationships carry a different weight. Your circle isn't just for friendship, it's for psychological infrastructure. In a world where you can feel provisional, where your identity is conditional on group acceptance, your chosen family and close community are your anchors. This forges bonds of a different, deeper, more organic strength. But it also means your calculus for trust and betrayal is infinitely more complex. Letting someone into your inner world means letting them onto the bridge you've built between your cultures. The stakes of betrayal aren't just emotional, they're existential. So your loyalty is deep, but it is not careless. It is a conscious, continuously audited investment. This might make it harder for people to break through to you, but once they're in, they are in. And finally, trait 5, the pressure to legitimize your existence. For the majority, existence is its own justification. For you, existence is often seen as a first draft. You are subconsciously expected to provide addendums, to explain, to justify, to outperform, to be exceptional, just to be seen as normal. Your achievements can feel like proof of concept. Your failures feel weighted with symbolic consequence. Affirmative action, not deserving. This pressure is a brutal tax on the psyche. But mastering it also breeds a kind of relentless, unforgiving resilience. You don't take your place at the table for granted. You come prepared to build the table, supply the agenda, and run the meeting, just to secure a chair. Because you learned early on that nothing would just fall into your lap. No, you often had to fight for what you wanted, and then some. It's time you recognize these 5 minority traits for the superpower they are. Was it exhausting to carry these 5 traits? Yes. But these 5 traits, they are not wounds. They are adaptations. They are the sophisticated software your psyche developed to navigate a complex environment. The majority grows up learning the rules of a single game. You grew up learning the rules of multiple games, and then learning how to change them, play 2 games at once, and invent a 3rd game of your own. So that feeling of hearing a different language, you weren't wrong or broken or less than. You were listening on a different frequency, one that hears more, one that understands depth where others see only surface. That's not a deficit. That's taking the best of both worlds and creating your own language. And it's time you recognize these 5 minority traits for the superpower they are.